Here. I just wanted to talk a little bit about one of my favorite tools, which is a podcasting tool made by Synth. And I'm going to walk through this process here a little bit. So you go to gosynth.com, and it is, I believe, yeah, you can download it from the App Store there, but I didn't do that on my school computer, so that's fine. So I'm just going to log in, and let's hope I actually remember my login. Probably should pause this. Hope you all are doing well. So the students do the same, or they have the same exact experience. Oh, perfect, it did show up. So basically, here it is. And what you're going to notice is I have my feed. I can search podcasts here. And then I have like my actual channels that I've made, which is kind of fun. And what I love about this, thinking about the collaborator standard, is the idea that it's an authentic audience for your students, and they get right into, here's my final product, and they either share their learning through or share maybe their writing experience, talk about books they've enjoyed, maybe they explain a process, and you can create a class-wide podcast. And I've done this 2 times. I've done it with my 739 pre-service class in terms of sharing students writing. And then in the middle school, over the summer program, we took Genius Hour, and we had our students sharing their passion projects. And it's really simple. You just create a podcast here, and I'll just open up this one. And when you want to add a new entry, you just hit this plus button, and right here you go. It's amazing. So you have here, it starts, and what's so nice about this is the students have 4 minutes and a little bit of seconds to record their podcast. It is like the Goldilocks time. It's short enough where they're not feeling like they have to talk for 10 minutes, and it's just long enough to get to the meat of everything you want to get to, so it's kind of cool. So I hit start, and it says allow, and we'll see if it will actually let me record and do this at the same time. It will. So now I have my podcast, and I'm talking to my kids, or they're talking to me, they're sharing their work, and then they go on, time runs out, or it doesn't. Either way, it's fine. You hit stop. You can play it here and continue recording, or you can click done, which is what I'm going to do here. And they're going to say that it's uploaded. I like to have the transcription on because that way it's helping those students with hearing, experience the podcast in a way that they may not have been able to do before. What's kind of cool too, and this is something that I always get hung up on, is adding the chime. And sorry, you know how every podcast, if you don't know anything about podcasts, get with it. Sorry, not to be insulting, but come on. But they always have some like opening transition thing. Okay, and then they can hit add, and then here we go. And we'll see if it will actually let me record and do this at the same time. It will. So now I have my podcast, and it does that. And then you can do hashtags. You can link it. You hit next, and then you hit send, and it will send it to the student voice ones, which I will end up deleting because I don't want to do that. So I did this one. This is it. So let's hear it. Allow, and we'll see if it will actually let me record and do this at the same time. It will. So you can see that it also records it up here, which is so cool. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I loved this one. So here we are. I had one from July of 2019. Here's one. I just thought this was so cool. It's about their passion projects. And Emily's passion project for the summer was talking about art and its positive influence with dealing with anxiety. And here we go. This is her work. We did it like an interview.
Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Pizzo, and I'm here with Emily, who spent the last 5 days talking about something she is passionate about. Welcome, Emily.
Hello.
Tell me a little bit about your project.
Well, I chose how art can help out with anxiety and stress.
What I love about this, and you can go to this if you want, what I love about it is Emily was like, I don't want to do Flipgrid because I don't want to see my face. I don't want to stand up in front of everybody. And what was cool is, even though students, we want them to publicly speak in front of their peers, this podcast reached more people because I sent it out in the newsletter for school, which was digital, so that parents could click on the hyperlink. I sent also the hyperlink to all the parents individually, and then I shared it on Twitter, and student voice, hashtagged it with NCTE Village and all these other things. And so the authentic audience piece really came into play, which is probably the most important piece because it's not just being seen for us or just for the teachers. So you're giving them a way to connect with other people, engage with other people virtually, and you're connecting with the parents and your colleagues, you're interacting with the student learning. So it's hitting that collaborator standard pretty well. And sharing it with your peers, I think this would be really cool in terms of do a 4-minute roundtable with your colleagues on what your favorite tool is that you're using in your classroom. Or maybe each department shares like, hey, 4 minutes, do a 4-minute blast of your favorite tools. And that's just a way to collaborate with your colleagues. I don't know. Oops, excuse me. Overall, this tool is cool, and I think everyone will love it as well. So hopefully you check it out with your kids, and you'll find that it hits all of the SD standards that we are looking to kind of master and use. Master probably not, but at least use regularly. Ciao. Oh my goodness.